What's up guys, it's your boy Nathaniel Messiah from All Things Messiah, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I grew my arms and how I got my arms to where they are now. Before we get into these tips, make sure that you like, comment and subscribe. Please help me get to 5,000 subscribers. If you can help me do that, I'll love you forever. And let's get into the video. By no means do I have big arms. Arms for me are my genetic weak points. My genetic strong points are things like, I'd say probably my lats, probably my shoulders, my chest, but arms, no. I didn't hit the genetic lottery with that. However, I was still able to grow them. And this might be the case for a lot of you. You know, you weren't born with the greatest arm genetics, but you still want to grow them. Well, I've got the tips for you. So my first tip to you guys is to shift your focus from just doing the exercises to getting stronger on those exercises, right? And this is because hypertrophy is more closely related to increasing strength in isolation exercises than compound exercises, right? So isolation exercises are things like bicep curls, tricep extensions, your typical arm exercises, right? When you get stronger on those exercises, it's more likely to lead to hypertrophy, muscle growth, than it is on an exercise like bench press. This is because you may get stronger on the bench press because of technique. However, it's unlikely that you'll get stronger on bicep curls because of technique. It'll most likely be because your biceps hypertrophied, they're now bigger and stronger, which is going to lead you to get some more arm growth. So what this means practically in your arm sessions is within your arm workouts, make sure that you're pushing to do more weight, and this also means that you'll probably want to switch up your rep ranges. So you'll still want to be doing arm exercises within the typical hypertrophy rep ranges of 8 to 15. However, it would be good to also include some sets between 1 and 6 reps, probably around say 6 to 8 reps, in order to make sure that you're also increasing your strength, because getting stronger on these exercises is the prime way to grow them. My second tip is to increase volume and frequency. So again, if you don't already know, volume is the amount of sets that you do per muscle group per week. Frequency is the amount of times that you train that muscle group per week. And both of these, if you increase them, are most likely going to lead to an increase in muscle growth. So with arms, it's important that you hit them with sufficient volume. However, as you saw at the beginning of the workout that I just did, I start off my arm workout with some back and chest work. And this is because when you train your back and you train your chest in compound exercises, your biceps and triceps are still heavily involved. So arm work might not necessarily mean exclusively arm exercises. So if you were to increase your back volume, that would also mean that you're increasing your bicep volume, because your biceps are very involved in a lot of your back exercises. So just by increasing your overall total volume that you do for pretty much all your muscle groups could help grow your arms, because your arms are pretty much involved in most of the upper body exercises that you do. And because the arms, the biceps and the triceps are such small muscle groups, they're able to be trained without recovery issues a lot more than say some other muscle groups. So you could train your arms 4 to 5 times a week and it wouldn't be an issue to recover, as long as you're not smashing them in every workout. You know, one of the workouts you might do maybe 6 exercises for arms, another one you might do 3. This will make sure that you're recovering properly, but you're also getting enough volume to make sure that you're growing, and then also getting enough frequency to make it easier for you to get in that volume. So again, in terms of practically applying this tip, I would say increasing your total volume for all of your upper body muscle groups. Training your arms more frequently throughout the week, so say training your arms 4 times a week, even throwing in a couple arm exercises or maybe your leg day. And then focusing on adding more volume over time as your arms get stronger and bigger. And my third tip is to not exercise hop. And by exercise hop I mean go into loads of different arm exercises, you know, having no clear structure, you know, doing whatever arm exercise you feel like doing. I would say the best thing for muscle growth is to pick 2 to 3 main exercises and focus on getting stronger and progressively overloading on those exercises, rather than jumping from exercise to exercise and not focusing on progressive overload, because as I mentioned earlier, getting stronger on your arm exercises is the main thing that's going to contribute to your overall arm growth. So you'll see in this workout, I only did 2 isolation exercises for my biceps, for example. However, on the hammer curls, I did around 8 sets. So I feel like that's better than doing loads of different exercises, because you can really focus on getting stronger and adding more volume to that specific exercise to make sure that your arms are growing, and track your progress within that same exercise, rather than having different levels of progress on loads of different arm exercises. So in terms of the practical takeaway for that tip, I would pick 3 arm exercises. For example, for your biceps, I would pick an exercise for your long head, which is where your arms are going to be behind yourself. So in, for example, a seated dumbbell curl. I pick an exercise where your arms are in front of you, for example, just a standing barbell curl, and then an exercise which targets your brachialis, which is going to be an exercise with a rope, or an exercise where your hands are in a neutral grip. For the triceps, I don't think as much isolation exercises are needed, especially if you're heavily hitting your shoulders and chest, because the triceps are really involved in those exercises. However, the one area of your triceps that I would say to isolate is your long head. This is going to be the head on the back of your tricep that gives it that really meaty look, and this isn't really heavily hit in exercises like, for example, the bench press. So this is going to be any exercise where your arm is above your head. So for example, a skull crusher or an overhead tricep extension. Any exercise like that is really going to target your long head and hit the parts of your tricep that are not being hit in other exercises. But other exercises like rope pushdowns are fine as well, but they're just not going to hit their long head as well as some other exercises. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude the video. Those are all the tips I use to get my arms from where they were to where they are today, and where I hope they're going to be in the nearby future. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. If you did, make sure you leave me a comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.